Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amanda, and in this video we're having a look at having routines and sticking to affirmations and sticking to visuals when we're manifesting, and if this is an actual requirement to create what it is that we actually desire to experience. So when we are manifesting anything into our life that we have not experienced before, all it really is changing our mindset. So when we have affirmations and if we have visualizations, all they're really doing is impressing an idea onto our mind so that we actually become familiar with it. So this question was put to me about whether we need affirmations and visuals and routines and what's the best way to go about it when we're manifesting. And when it comes to looking at affirmations and when it comes to visualizations, the premise of the affirmations and the visualizations are kind of there just to keep our thoughts on the positive and on the optimistic and on the idea of what it is that we are creating, because what we continue to focus on is what we actually create. So when we're using repetition, the reason why we're using repetition is so that the neural pathways within our brain change and they start to see this reality for us before we actually experience it. So when we're manifesting something that we have not experienced before in our life, all we're really doing is cultivating that experience within ourselves, and it has no choice then but to show up, because it's how we're creating our perception about reality. So when it comes to actually having rituals and routines around affirmations and around visualizations, for me, on a personal note, it is not a requirement, for the simple reason is that we can sit down and we can have 10 minutes of a routine to affirm. We can have 10 minutes of a routine to meditate. We can have 10 minutes of a routine to visualize. And while these are all great in a routine and they're all great for building our mind, when we come out of those 10-minute affirmations or 10-minute meditations, the most important thing is actually how we're keeping our mind on the prize, you could say. So when we're actually manifesting, it's more about keeping our mindset on the thing that we're manifesting and building the faith and the confidence about this thing manifesting. So this means that if I have a negative thought, doesn't matter, I'm still manifesting it. If I didn't have a time where I sat down and did affirmations, doesn't matter, my mind's on it all day, I'm manifesting it. It's more of a saturation of the thing that you are manifesting, in a way that it is just in you just move and you live and you have your being in this whole thing as a normal part of your life. And how we actually do that is nearly much more than just affirmations and visualizations. The affirmations and the visualizations, if you have time to sit down and do them all day, are obviously going to get into your brain really quick because you are impressing your subconscious mind. But when we're actually creating something and we are living in our life as well too, and we are engaging with others and we're engaging with specific roles that we have, we also want to have this identity of the person who has what it is that we want. So when we create the identity, we create the identity through everything that we do. So if we're manifesting money, for instance, saturating your mind through reading books on money, through having a mantra that actually redirects you into the thought of being wealthy. Gratitude is actually a great one, because when you can actually feel gratitude just for being able to breathe, that actually just makes you feel wealthy in the moment, and you relax into it, and then you say, yeah, I actually am rich, I'm wealthy. And these are the kind of thoughts that you will have that would be just natural and normal. So when we are actually manifesting something, to have a routine is great to keep us in check and to stop us from wavering, because when we waver, we kind of slow the process down because we're not allowing ourselves to have faith or belief. So affirmations are there. They're a tool, as well as the visualizations, to keep us on track. their manifestation is something that we're doing all the time. And it's not that we're manifesting from the affirmation. We're manifesting through the repetition of creating this story in our brain that this is the way that it is. So if we look to neuroplasticity, and we look at the brain, and the brain being plastic, we are changing the neural pathways within the brain. And to change the neural pathways within the brain, there has to be an activity in the brain in that direction that we want to change it to. So that activity in the brain is going to be whatever it is that you are actually hammering in there in your repetition of the thing that you are actually manifesting. So if I'm manifesting money, I'm going to have more things than just affirmations. I'm going to be living in a wealthy way. I'm maybe going to, decide to actually, wear clothes that are, maybe rather than save clothes for a special occasion, maybe I'm wearing the clothes. Same with anything else. Everything that you can do that actually makes you feel wealthy or that embodies wealth, as well as actually saying you're wealthy, is part of the process as well too. So when we're saturating our mind, yes, it's easy to just have the affirmations and have the visualizations, but it has to be kind of ongoing. We can't just have, affirmations for a few minutes and then throughout the day we forget about it and we actually have a negative thought about it even happening, and then we're kind of wavering, and that is kind of what slows the process down. Now, it doesn't stop it, because what you really desire is yours, and the more that you keep that desire, the more that you build on it, it's just going to manifest in the most natural, normal way for you, because it's just going to become real to you in the way that you are living your life, if that makes sense. So I know that when we are looking at manifesting and we're looking at, just use affirmations, just do visualizations. It's a requirement to change our mind and to keep our mind positive, but manifestation is meant to be looked at as effortless and easy. So really all the question is what can I do now that is actually going to bring me closer to what it is that I want? What can I say to myself now? What can I embody right now? Anything that I can actually do that actually makes me feel like I'm in this desire right now. These are all kind of questions that we have, rather than actually sitting down all day and kind of just saying, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. While you will get results with that, because obviously our thoughts create and we're saturating our mind, but maybe we can even be more specific in the way that we are actually creating the whole experience. Remember, you're a creator, so you create the experience. So what is it in the experience that you are creating? What is it that you want to feel? What is it that you want to see, touch, all the things through your senses? What is it that you will be experiencing in that moment when you're experiencing the manifestation that you are creating? So I just thought I'd do a video on that. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will chat to you soon.